Home inspections can bring to light some undesirable expenses. But is there anything that you can do before an inspection to either soften the blow or fix on your own to save as much as possible? Keep watching for 10 things you can do to help keep your own home inspections costs to a minimum. I'm Jeremy Tolley, and you're watching Keaton, PA. A lot of people get nervous when it comes time to getting their home inspected. Many are afraid that some unforeseen issue will come up that could derail the entire deal. Fortunately, while some issues may come up, there are several things you can do before your inspection to make sure as much goes smoothly as possible. Check the roof. Chances are that it's been quite some time since you took a good look at your roof. For most sellers, it's been years, and yet this is one of the most vital parts of a home inspection. So clear any moss or debris from the gutters and check for any damaged downspouts. If you find any damage, you will want to seriously consider making repairs prior to the home inspection. Keep a clean house. Although keeping a clean house doesn't necessarily play a role in the inspection, in the eyes of the inspector, a dirty or messy home may lead the inspector to become suspicious. Other areas of the property were not maintained or properly taken care of. Replace any bulbs that are out. An inspector coming across a burnt bulb means one or two things: that it's a burnt bulb or there is faulty wiring. This may prompt the inspector to pay more attention and try to find something wrong with the electric. You can easily avoid this by replacing any burnt bulbs before any inspection. Make sure toilets are functioning properly. Does your toilet handle need held down to flush? Or does it run for a while after being flushed? These are common problems with toilets. There are also problems that you do not want an inspector to stumble upon. That's because in the report, an inspector could label this as any certain number of things. That's why fixing something like this before the inspection, while simple and inexpensive, could save your wallet from even more heartache in the long run. Put in a fresh furnace return filter. If you don't regularly replace your furnace's filter, now is the time you want to start. It won't only keep the air quality in your home clean, it's also going to improve the life and function of your furnace. And if an inspector finds the dirty filter, it might cause suspicion that it hasn't been changed in a while or well maintained. It also may prompt a closer look at the HVAC system as a whole, which could become costly. Turn all pilot lights on. The pilot light on your water heater is probably always on. Do you have one for your fireplace? Make sure all pilot lights are on before inspections to ensure working order for these items. Ensure fuse box is properly labeled. A confusing fuse box is frustrating. So double check each switch and make sure it's labeled clearly and correctly. Also, replace any labels that are incorrect or difficult to read. Repair faulty cabinets. It's easy for hinges or handles on cabinets to become loose. This results in doors not closing correctly or ones that aren't flush with its frame. Make sure they're tightened up before an inspector comes through to avoid anything. Look for leaks and water damage. One of the biggest things inspectors look for are water leaks. So it's best to beat them to the punch and check all your faucets and drains. Then check for any leaks yourself. Some places to start are your dishwashers, refrigerators, toilets, bathtubs and showers, sinks, as well as every faucet. If you find something and repair any issues before your inspection, you're guaranteeing yourself a huge relief. That's because the moment an inspector suggests a further evaluation from a plumber, things could get expensive. So catch them early and fix them yourself if you can. Take care of any bug problems. Listen, we all see a spider and ant here and there, but if you have a wasp nest on your back porch or a line of ants moving along your baseboards, you want to address this before an inspection. Most bug problems aren't a huge deal, but they can have a huge and negative impact for buyers and have them start to wonder what other bugs or rodents are in the house that they just haven't seen yet. Now, I know this was a pretty long list, and it certainly isn't the whole thing. So, if you're unsure if any other issues may cause you some trouble during an inspection, make sure you speak with a real estate agent who knows the best fixes for the house you already have.